South Jamaica, baby, they made me to be the greatest. Serving the deed of my creators. Fresh off of my high haters. It's the king again. Magdalene, chauffeured, bragging and boasting.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Dollars. Welcome back to the channel. It's another day, another dollar video. And I'm going to be reacting to top 10 convicts who freaked out after giving a life sentence. Now, this is probably going to be an intense video because, yeah, seeing guys going crazy after getting sentenced to life, you know, it's not something that I look forward to. It's not something that, like, makes me happy to see people go through. But listen, if you do the crime, you do the time. And I hope that they give us a little backstory on, you know, why these guys are doing life. So let's just hop in this joint and see what's going on.
Hey, how's it going, all you most basic top teners? I'm your host for today, Landon Dallatsing, and welcome back to a brand new video. Let me know in the comment section below, how long do you guys think a life sentence should be? Okay, so there are a lot of criminals who commit horrible crimes and evil crimes. So when it is their time to face verdicts, a lot of these criminals have different intense reactions to their sentencing. So here are the top 10 convicts who freak out after given a life sentence. Starting off this list, number 10, with the mother and daughter's desperate plea. An 18-year-old teenager was sentenced to 20 years in prison after she used a dating app to set up a robbery that resulted in another teenager getting shot. When the judge handed down her sentence, the girl's mother dropped to the floor, crying out of extreme grief. The teenage girl was screaming for her mother and begging the judge to give her a lighter sentence. And oh yeah, I have a video clip of this. Watch.
Damn, poor mom.
Headbanger comes into number 9. Brandon Spencer is serving a life sentence for opening fire at a Halloween party store, and this took place at the University of Southern California. He was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder, and this is his reaction to his arraignment.
Damn, so they gave him life for attempted murder. He ain't even catch a body. But damn, 4 counts of attempted murder, but damn, life? Life? Like, that's wild.
21-year-old Brandon Spencer of Inglewood bangs his head as a judge sentences
I would bang my head too, bro.
After he was convicted of shooting a rival gang member at a 2012 Halloween party on the USC campus.
Number 8 brings us to 2 females who freak out after receiving a life sentence.
Be sentenced to the State Department of Corrections for a period of life. You will get credit for any of the time that you've served.
Damn. Bro, but what did they do?
On the USC campus.
Number 8 brings us to 2 females who freak out after receiving a life sentence.
Be sentenced.
Can you give us like some backstory? Like, why did they get a life sentence?
To the State Department of Corrections for a period of life. You will get credit for any of the time that you've served. That will be
I wonder what the hell they did, bro. Oh, look, she was laughing.
2 women collapsing.
Nah, I seen her smile. Look, she's smiling. I gotta be like a family member of somebody they hurt.
These 2 women collapsed in court after they were both handed life sentences for the death of a 3-year-old girl. Shortly after the judge read their sentencing, they fell to the floor with emotional outcries and they had to be wheeled out of the courtroom. Okay, moving into number 7, definitely unlucky number 7 for this one. Jaleel Hoskins pleaded guilty to second-degree murder after tampering with evidence after he violently murdered a mother of 5 and dumped her body in a trash dumpster. When the judge ordered him to serve a life sentence without the possibility of parole, he threw the podium towards the judge and he had to be dragged out of the courtroom by the deputies.
Throw
Take
the
a look
book
at
his
this.
ass. At this moment, he knew he fucked up.
Man fights with deputies comes in to number 6. A 19-year-old received a sentence of life imprisonment after he shot and killed another man in an attempt to rob him. The convicted killer was still hopeful that he would at least get the chance of parole, but when the judge said that parole was out of the question, it sparked an aggressive
rolled the dice and he
outburst.
crapped out.
You guys won't believe this. Take a look.
If he ever does try to go for parole, that's not going to help him at all.
To a man threatening to kill the judge. I mean, come on. Is this real life right now? During his trial, Juan Rodriguez was being convicted of murder for stabbing a nurse at a mental health facility. Instead of making any last-minute pleas, he threatens to kill the judge if he didn't let him out of jail, like as if that was going to work.
Listen to me. You don't let me out of here, I'm gonna kill you. I'm a Jew. I'm gonna take your life if you don't let me out of here. Okay? I'm done.
Why you sound like Tony Montana? Okay, I'm gonna take your life if you don't let me out of here. Okay. Nah, but he was already in a mental institution and he killed somebody. So doesn't that work in his favor? You know, like, how can they charge him? Like, he's mentally unstable, you know? Let me bring this back.
To kill the judge if he didn't let him out of jail, like as if that was going to work.
Listen to me.
Listen
you
to
don't
me.
Let me out of here, I'm gonna kill you. I'm a Jew. I'm gonna take your life if you don't let me out of here.
Okay.
I'm done.
Yeah, that's probably not the smartest thing to say to a judge who literally has your fate in her hands. A 19-year-old man went into an aggressive rage after a jury sentenced him to death for a murder, and this comes into number 4. He began knocking down chairs before he was tackled by dozens of courtroom officers who eventually dragged him out of the courtroom. Take a look at this outburst.
Damn. Footage quality
Stun gun
sucks.
shocks its
Couldn't
way
see
into
shit.
number 3. Andrew Worth was charged with first-degree murder after he shot and killed a police officer. His bail was set at $1 million.
Damn, he killed a police officer. His bid gonna be horrible. It's gonna be a bad bid for him, man. He's doing life.
And after the judge sentenced him, this is how he reacted.
How he even got bail?
The officers had to use an electric...
Listen, Merle, they waiting for you to act up so they can use all the force available for them to use, bro. Above and beyond force they probably gonna use on them because you killed one of their peoples.
Stun gun to calm him down before they carried him out of the courtroom. Okay, moving on. Number 2 brings us to Michael Marin. After he was found guilty of arson and almost facing a life sentence behind bars, he placed his hands over his mouth and swallowed something. A few minutes later, he began gagging and he died in the courtroom. A toxicology report...
Whoa, I gotta listen to that again. He said, nah, I ain't doing life. I'd rather die now. That's a bad way to go.
A few minutes later, he began gagging and he died in the courtroom. A toxicology report discovered that he had poisoned himself with cyanide after he heard the verdict of his sentencing. This is insane.
Appears to swallow something after the verdict is read. Notice as he reaches down and appears to get something from his bag. He then wipes his face, swallows something, and appears to swallow again. But 8 minutes later, Marin starts convulsing and collapses.
A violent man makes its way into number 1. A judge sentenced Marshall Iguana to 40 years in prison for aggravated assault after he cut his niece with a butcher knife.
40 for aggravated assault?
He used a thin blade from a safety razor and he slit his own throat in an apparent suicide attempt. He did survive and he'll probably receive more time for sneaking contraband into the courtroom. Well, there you guys have it. That is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all.
Bro, you didn't even show the number 1 video, bro. At least give us an aftermath. No, it was Michael Marin. No, it was Marshall. I'm confused. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. If y'all know that any other videos that's crazy like this y'all would like me to react to, recommend it. But yeah, this was interesting, man. You know, like, people do crime and then they want to cry when they get hit with a sentence, man. Listen, to avoid all that, just don't do the crime, bro. Anyway, it's your boy Dollars. I'll holla at y'all.
Before my time goes by, they gon' raise a nigga jersey in the sky. Treat a nigga right, big dreaming of my life. Shorty wanna get some air, I go and get her when I fly. Taking off on these niggas I retire. The minute I catch fire, I smoked them all before, just revisiting the high.